Aloha Cancer, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly Tarot coming to you with your May 2024 reading. Thank you guys for those of you who have been with me for a while. I'm going to keep the channel called Whispering Dragonfly, and then the other projects that I'm working on, I'll be making some new channels for that. So that's what the decision has been, and so we're going to roll with that. Okay, so thank you so much, Cancer. Appreciate you. Please do like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. All right, we're just going to get right into it. So we're going to look at your overall energy for May 2024. Now, general energies, we're about to have a push forward with our dreams, goals, and outcomes. We've just come out of eclipse season. If you're watching it at the time that it is, if I could talk, recorded. If you watch it later, perfect, you'll get these energies as well. We've just come out of eclipse season. I'm recording the day after the full moon in Scorpio. We've had lots of astrological activity that is transformative and having us to change. And so everyone's in that. That's the collective energy. So we are moving forward. So month of May, what I'm feeling for overall energy for May, for everyone, is that we're going to be unfolding. They're showing me like the fern. Uncle would call it kuhai aloha, my kahuna, to unfold in love, like the fern unfolds. And so we're unfolding in love, unfolding in our passions, and there will be forward movement where there wasn't before. So I feel like there's good shakeups in a positive way, because we've had so much repositioning in the last few months, but specifically last month. April was really packed with astrological energy. So let's get to it. We're going to get a mana card to find your general energy for the whole month of May. This is for Cancer, May 2024. Give this a good shuffle. There we go. Okay, we've got the Va'a, which is the canoe. Let me get the... So, the Va'a, canoe, number 33. So 33s or 333 may be important for you. The essence of this card is transition. It says a transition is on the horizon. Allow things to unfold at their own pace as part of the process. Allow for flow and harmony with others. You can only go as fast as the canoe will take you. Okay, and so this is asking you to go with the flow. There is transition coming. So just like I was just saying to you, yes, it's for everyone, but Cancer, I feel like you have an even greater transition happening in May than others. We're going to get a few more cards, and then I'll speak about that a little more. Let's get a Keepers of the Light card to find which angel, Ascendant Master or Guardian is looking over Cancer for the month of May. And that will also have its own message and general theme. Let's see, there we go. Saint Germain, karma releasing. So it says, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. Okay, so Cancer, month of May, you're going to be in transition. Some of you may be actually moving. This could be a physical move to a different home, a different place. You might even move far away because we've got the Va'a, or the canoe, so you may go on water. The Hawaiians would use the canoes on the ocean as navigators. So they were navigators and explorers of the entire world, and they navigated by the stars. Okay, so you go with the flow of the energy, Cancer, because you're the only one so far that's gotten this card. The karma releasing. Some of you may be changing partnerships. This could be business partnership or romance partnership, because you've completed the karma that you needed with that person. So what I'm hearing is the hard times are ending for you, Cancer. I'm hearing that, you know, there may be, in this transition, there's always a lot of energy and a lot of letting go when you have transitions of any kind. But for instance, this past 10 days, I was, I do catering. So one of my other businesses is I cook really delicious food for groups, right? And so one of my friends hired me for the last 10 days. And in that, I was catering, but I also rearranged my whole house. So like had things moved, had things rebuilt, positioned differently, put into new places, you know, torn down, rebuilt, that kind of thing. And that was the flow of the energy. So even though I was incredibly busy for those 10 days, it went so go with the flow, and now my home feels amazing. It always feels good, but it feels amazing now. The flow is so much different. The help was there when I needed it. And so this is an encouragement to you that even though you're going through a transition, and even though you might have to make some decisions, you know, especially for those that are leaving partnerships or changing work or home, there is a lot of activity and decisions to be made, but it's going to give you relief, and you're going to feel so good and supported in it because the karma has released. Let's get some Lightseers Tarot and go a little deeper for the month of May for Cancer. Yeah, all right. Starting off the month, you're going to be in a position of healing, of rest, and of decision making. You'll have your energy a little bit pulled into yourself. Ooh, there we go. And really be in your own energy. The general theme is King of Pentacles. This has your energy on it, even though you're not an earth sign. It's telling me that for those of you that it's time to transition and change jobs, that entrepreneurship may be on the table for you, because the King of Pentacles is the business owner and the person who has high values, one eye in the spirit world, one eye in this world. They are on top of their game, financially, high values. And so this is saying you're moving into valuing not only yourself, but you may be moving into entrepreneurship, or at least a higher position in the work that you do. So this transition is going to position you to really become a master of your values. We have Four of Swords, Seven of Wands, and Knight of Wands. Okay, the beginning of the energy, beginning of the month of May, Cancer, you're healing and you're in this transition. Okay, you may go play a little bit, moving into mid-month. But at first it feels like you're going to rest so that you can integrate and really decide. Okay, Seven of Wands. I love this Seven of Wands because it says you're defending what you already have created, but this Seven of Wands builds the peace upon what hasn't worked or those who have tried to hurt them. So this would be if you've had relationships that didn't go right, you learned from it and you found your peace, and there's one that can get through, okay? If it's business, you've learned from the different skills and jobs and letdowns, and now you've built your peace, and no one can pierce your bubble. Even this one that's coming in isn't piercing the bubble. It's not hurting the peace. And so this first part of the month, you're really going to be getting clear, releasing that karma. And this feels like, even though this is kind of the wild child, feels fun going out, having a party, really fast energy, influx of energy, this actually feels like, from a relationship standpoint, if you've had somebody that's kind of been in and out or just there for a good time but not a long time, they're exiting your movie, okay? They're exiting your life. That's part of the transition. And I feel like by letting this karma release, you actually feel relief. So starting, you know, it might be a little heavy at the very beginning of the month because there's been so much different changes that are happening, but then you're going to feel relief. starting towards the middle of the month. Mid-month, we have recognition, Six of Wands, victory after a long battle. We have Knight of Swords, fast forward communication and energy, and we have the Fool. Mid-month is when you're going to make your transition into the new. This could be new job. This could be a new relationship. This could be new house. Whatever it is for you, you are going to take the leap of faith. Okay, and you are going to be recognized. This is, you feel the sense of relief. You start to get yourself feeling good. And for Cancer, where you thought you were never going to be recognized for who you are and what you bring to the table, this surprises you. I don't normally get a surprise card off of the Six of Wands because you've been at it, and normally it means that you are absolutely expecting the recognition. This one feels like a surprise. I feel like you gave up hope that you would ever be recognized for the good that you do, or for who you are in a relationship, or for you know, for what you do. But there's a victory here. Okay, so whatever you've been working at, releasing that karma, you have a victory that helps you to really start over. And this could look like, you know, if you're making a body transition, this could be as simple as your health. Okay, this is saying you have a win. Okay, this could look like if you're losing weight. This could look like, oh, I've lost you know, more than I thought I was going to. If you're trying to gain weight, this is like, whoa, I got muscle gains and I didn't think that I was making any progress, you know. So it could be as simple as that. But it could be much, much bigger or different, right? So every person's going to be different on what they've been working on, but you're about to get recognition that you're not expecting. Normally this card means you know that you're going to get the recognition. This is you're not expecting this. Okay, it does create you to take a leap of faith. Okay, at the end of the month, we have Nine of Swords, the Moon, and Queen of Swords. Okay. Cancer, again, this is your energy. What it is asking you is you're going to have a tendency to get in your feels after you make this leap, after you make the transition. So say you move homes and you feel gung-ho about it at the beginning of the month, in the middle of the month, you've made your decision, you feel amazing. This feels like there might be a moment where you go back in and are feeling a little bit anxious, a little depressed, a little unsure of yourself, because we have the Moon, which in the decks it represents Pisces, but Cancer, you're ruled by the Moon, so I always say the Moon is also for Cancer. Okay, you are going to be moving into this this unknown, but remember, you're ruled by the Moon. You know how to feel things out. So this is saying you may be a little bit more emotional at the end of the month after you've made this jump, after you've started the new. It feels like you are a little unsure of yourself. This energy is saying use your intellect and wisdom over your emotions. This is the card of Aquarius. Notice that the cup, or the heart, is actually behind a cage, and she's ready for battle, but it's sheathed. Okay, and she's thinking, strategizing through, not all wallowed down in the emotional field. So while it may be your tendency to doubt yourself or go towards those emotions, like emotional self, and get really watered down by it, look at the wolves here. One of those wolves is in your King of Pentacles. Okay, so you already have what you need. So those of you that are watching this, that energy is present. It's letting you know, it's an alert to say, you don't have to do it that way. Instead, remember, once you make your leap, whatever that is, okay, once you make your transition this month of May, go, I may experience some emotions, and you'll be aware when they come up, and go, is that true? Is that who I'm becoming? It's okay for me to not know every next step. Some of those steps are hidden from me, and I can trust that each moment I will know what the next step is, right? You never see the whole landscape. Our natural vision doesn't see the whole landscape or every step that's next. Even when you're putting together a puzzle, it's one piece at a time. You don't flop it all in all at once, right? Because the energy under the King of Pentacles is actually Temperance. This is angel energy. You're being very supported, sun and moon, balance, and it also calls for patience, okay? It calls for patience. And we have Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands is perseverance, okay? You've come to the end of a battle, which we know, okay? Yet your light is still shining. You have learned from all the things. It's a progression from the 7. You have learned from everything that you have been moving through at the beginning of the month and the previous months of this year. You've learned from it and you've persevered, okay? So it's just asking you not to try to go too far too fast. Keep going back because you're having karma release. There's going to be varied emotions this month. Keep going back to the Va'a, okay, the canoe. You can only go as fast as the ocean takes you. You cannot press against the flow. If you press against the flow, you're going to expend all of your energy and it's just not necessary. So this is saying, Cancer, don't go too far too fast this month. Let yourself unfold, make the transitions because we go slow to go fast. So for my 10 days of catering my my skincare business, I had a showing for that, was moving around all of my home, everything. The previous 10 days, I couldn't get off my couch. I was asked to stay still. Okay, so sometimes we make a transition and then we're asked to stay still for a moment to build up for our next burst of energy. And so trust that. Trust what your body is saying. If your mind feels sense of urgency, remember sense of urgency is not from spirit. Sense of urgency, there's a place for it. In a true emergency, absolutely, sense of urgency, you go in there and do what you have to do. On a day-to-day thing, being stressed out and urgent about outcomes that are not life or death, okay, actually expends your energy and takes longer for what you've been asking for to come to fruition, okay? Those of you that are watching this with the intention of love or romance, because this feels more like you're walking away from some things, but we will get a one romance angel card, and it already came out, and it says you deserve love, you are lovable. So this month it feels like for those of you that are looking for love or have been in relationship, because we've got the karma releasing and the romance angels are saying you deserve love, it's you're not going to settle for less. So it feels like there's decisions being made so that you remember that you deserve love and you're lovable, and there's not a need to stay in something just because you think that that's all that you can have or that's all that you can get. Okay, and so let's get to the energy oracle cards. What's next? When I was saying that before I had asked the question of this, the card Envy had popped over. So there may be those, especially around love. We were talking about your love relationships, where you have been envious of other people's relationship or where someone's been envious of your relationship. But take care of whatever that is in you that's part of the karma releasing so that you can actually move forward with your new change here. Let's get an energy oracle card to clear it out for Cancer for May 2024. And any last message for Cancer here. Okay, here we go. Adjacent possibilities. Okay, this means there's multiple doors open for you in the month of May. You are in transition. You're in that hallway making your decisions. So there's multiple possibilities and multiple ways in which you can go. None of them are incorrect. There's just different learnings. So this is why you're going to do the Seven of Wands. Okay, really consider which of all these different opportunities is the one that will keep you peaceful, that they can be in your life and not disrupt your peace or your bubble. You'll go through that door, okay? If it's chaotic, that wouldn't be the door to choose. I mean, unless you want to repeat that kind of pattern. But you are at choice, and you're going to have multiple possibilities. So never feel stuck. If this is saying, if there's any moment during the month where you feel stuck or that you have to make a decision because there's only this one thing available, know that just because you can't see it yet, we have the Moon card, there's adjacent possibilities, there's infinite possibilities, and there's always more than one available. So you never have to feel urgent or rushed to make your decision. We slow down to go fast. Because when you slow down and get to that center, get to the peace within yourself, which you're going to do at the beginning of the month, then the fast energy comes. Okay, this is all fast energy. So, so yeah, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I'm really actually very excited for you, because what Spirit's saying is this is decisions that you've been, we'll say, needing to make for quite some time now, because it has to do with your worth and moving up to out of a karmic situation, and you're finally doing it, and it's going to lend you rewards. You're just being asked to have some patience this month, because in this time cycle there's a lot of change and you're going to be integrating a lot of emotions. Okay, so thank you guys so much, and until next time, aloha.